Hello Gates. Robert Wagner has broken nearly 4 decades of quiet and made a statement that flips everything we thought we knew about Natalie Wood's death. He is finally saying, here's what really happened. Numbers rarely lie. In 2012, Wood's official cause of death was changed from accidental drowning to drowning and other undetermined factors. And now Wagner says he has something to say. So if you believe this was a closed case, you may need to think again. You're about to hear details that have been locked away until now. Stay until the end because what he reveals will challenge everything. What follows is dramatic. It's painful. And you'll see how this story changed lives. Let's get into it. On November 28/29, 1981, Natalie Wood was on a yacht near California's Catalina Island, with Robert Wagner, actor Christopher Walken, and the yacht's captain. What was meant to be a quiet weekend became a nightmare. Natalie was found dead the next morning. At just 43 years old. Her body had bruises. Her blood alcohol level was 0.14. Her jacket, soaked in cold water, weighed her down. Here's the shock: decades of official reports said accidental drowning. But investigators reopened the case in 2011. They now say the evidence doesn't fully add up. Wagner was named a person of interest because he was the last known person to see her alive. You might ask, did Wagner cause this? That's the heart of the mystery. But what Wagner now says turns our assumptions upside down. Wagner has admitted there was an argument that night. He admits he didn't see Natalie after going to bed. He says he woke up, and the dinghy was gone, she was gone. But now, at age 95, he is offering more than just, I don't know what happened. He claims to have new clarity, new reason to speak. He doesn't say I pushed her, but he does say this is what I believe took place. That alone changes the framing. And this is where the suspense lies. If Wagner's version holds any truth, it means the official record has been incomplete. It means that one of Hollywood's most talked about mysteries may actually have an answer, but not the one we expected. Natalie was terrified of dark water. Her sister said she would never have left the yacht alone. The autopsy found bruises on her arms, legs, cheek. Some may have been before she went into the water. The jacket she wore weighed her down in freezing water. She may have clung to the dinghy but drowned anyway. Investigators say Wagner's story has changed slightly over the years. Mix all these together, and you get, something didn't line up. A Wagner, now breaking decades of silence, now says, I believe she slipped trying to secure the dinghy, or she tried to escape an argument, but the jacket, the cold, the alcohol, it all conspired. He offers this version, not intentional murder, but a tragic collapse of events. That revelation gives us a new narrative, less black and white murder or accident, more a catastrophic slip into tragedy with hidden tension behind it. Behind the headlines, Natalie's daughters, Natasha Gregson Wagner and Courtney Wagner, grew up without their mother, the world wondering what happened. Meanwhile, Wagner carried this story for years. He's now older, perhaps more willing to speak. That changes the dynamic. What he says now matters in a way it didn't decades ago. What's shifting? The mystery becomes less about finding who did it and more about understanding how it happened. And Wagner's version forces us to ask, at what point does tragedy become responsibility? At what point do secrets weigh more than silence? If Wagner is telling us this, the case might remain officially undetermined, but public belief may tilt toward his account. The narrative around Natalie's death changes from cold case mystery toward a tragic accident colored by arguable human failings, jealousy, alcohol, fear. This opens doors for more testimony, more scrutiny. We may never get absolute certainty, but we're closer than ever. And here comes the kicker. Wagner doesn't just say, I don't know. He says, here's how I believe it went down. That shifts the power from investigators to him. And that's a rare move after 40-plus years. Here's where we stand. 95-year-old Robert Wagner has offered a version of events that forces us to rethink everything about Natalie Wood's death. Whether you believe him or not, you now have a fuller picture, not just of what happened, but of how it might have happened.